Good morning everybody and welcome to another kitchen renovation vlog. So we're on day 5, I think, or day 4 of kitchen renovation. Yeah, I've slept very well last night. I've been for a run again this morning and I'm going to be tackling on getting this finished. It's so tiring. On the agenda today, I have the ceiling to whitewash, the cabinet doors to come off, and I need to cover the worktops. Then yeah, that's about it. I'm going to try and smooth out the rest of this wall. I just think it needs one more go of polyfiller. I'm going to try and smooth that out. I know I should just be using plaster, but I'm using polyfiller. It seems to be working okay. So this is the wall currently. It doesn't look as smooth on camera at the moment than it is in real life. Obviously we've got these bits here, but I need to sand them down. It's this area here. It's just needs one more go. That's where I put my finger in it last night. Yeah, but this area here, that's a lot smoother. So we're getting there. Like I said, I know I don't really need it to be using polyfiller, but the fridge freezer, American size fridge freezer, is going to be going here, so I'm not too worried. On this side, now we're getting a new microwave, but I hate the microwave being out on the counter. So I'm going to see if I can get a smaller one that will fit in there, because we only use the microwave for porridge. So a smaller microwave will do us, and that might fit in that cabinet there. I'm getting pull-out drawers for here, so this used to just have a shelf in it. I think will be a better use for storage rather than just one shelf. The oven, I know we've got paint on it, but that's coming out because that's broke. And the extractor fans down, and and then last night I moved this coffee machine over to here, but I don't think I like it there, because this is going to be a bit of a breakfast bar. I mean, I don't know, maybe once I've got the shelving up along here on that wall, I might like it there. But yeah, that's a quick little update for you. I'm getting rid of the dishwasher because that's sticking out like a sore thumb. I'm going to try and sell that, and then I'm going to get an integrated one, and then I just need to get a door a door to go on it. Also, this is the extra big size, so it sticks out, so it's encroaching on floor space. Although this is quite a big kitchen floor space, you can get a good two of us working here at the same time. But I think I just prefer something to sit a bit more flush. And then the washing machine. I'm like, got loads more to tell you. I thought, oh yeah, not much to do today, but yes, I've got lots to tell you. That's the washing machine is going to be moving into our downstairs loo, which is quite big. We've already got the tumble dryer in there, so we're going to make that into like a laundry utility washroom. So when I said not much is happening today, lots are happening. As soon as I start explaining what's going on, you kind of then start to think, oh yeah, this needs doing, oh yeah, that needs doing. And we've also got sockets coming. I've got a whole load of deliveries coming today, so I do need to be in. I also need to go and do a big shop, so I need to get myself out and about. So I might do that now. I think no, hold that thought. I'm gonna do some polyfilling now, and then I will go shopping. I'm erratic today. I feel like I'm erratic. probably not looking at smooth, but it is. And I've probably got a load of professional plasters screaming at me saying, what is she doing with that polyfiller? But yeah, I think I'm actually really happy with that. That's gone really smooth. She says, there's some little lumps, but I know that's just going to sand off, like sand down onto the wall. I hope. I could be wrong. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I am a lot happier with this area here. It's a lot smoother, which is great. So I just got in from shopping and thought, oh, let's go and see how the wall's doing. Well, I touched it, didn't I? And it's still soft. So what was a smooth bit of the wall is now gone a bit rough. So annoyed at myself. I should have just left it. That is all of the cabinet doors off the frames. It wasn't too bad. I'm kind of just brainstorming and thinking I might just replace these with soft closing, because these aren't soft closing hinges. And I've just Googled and they're not that expensive, and I do have the budget to add these in. I think I just need to figure out what size brackets I need. I think you do that by measuring the depth of the door, or the thickness of the door, I should say, not the depth, the thickness. So I'm going to measure the thickness of the door and then see what brackets I can get. I think I can get a load off Amazon, or there's some that I can collect today if they're the right size from Screwfix. It's always a nice touch to have soft closing doors. So I'm just gonna go with it. I'm also going to start, oh, screw, need to pick that up. Now that I've got the cabinets off, I can see there's like some gaps in the cabinetry, or the kitchen cabinet carcass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wood fill those and then wait for that to dry, sand that, and then give it a proper paint over with the wood primer. There's quite a bit to do now, isn't there? So I'm just adding more jobs on. I feel like I'm adding more jobs on to the list, but I'm just going to fill any gaps. There's like lots of gaps. I'll show you. Like, excuse my dirty nails, DIYer. Yeah, so it, like all these gaps here, and like these little bits, it's come off, like just needs sanding those little bits. And this side isn't too bad. When you get up to the top there's a few gaps, and I think that's masking tape from the time before. First coat of whitewash is on the ceiling right now. It's dried. I did it about 4 or 5 hours ago, so it's about time I put the second coat on. So I'm gonna get going with that. I've sanded down all the units, and we've made a start on the pipe work for where the new home is for the washing machine, or the washing machine's new home. It's going to go in our downstairs loo, if I haven't said already, which sounds a bit unorthodox, but it's a big bathroom and the tumble dryer is already in there, so it's kind of going to be a utility toilet, basically. So friends come round and done the pipe work. This here needs to fit behind there, but where this house is old and everything in here hasn't been replaced since it was built, the nuts and bolts that are holding the basin down, or the toilet basin down, it has rusted, so I can't actually get that off. I've tried everything, it's not worked. So worst case scenario is I have to smash the toilet basin. Good scenario is this tool I'm going to get from B&Q works. Basically the screw head on that is just gone. It's like rusted and gone. It's just wasn't going. So the washing machine can't go in here yet because we can't get that connected. So it's got to stay in the downstairs, in the kitchen for a moment, which is in the way. Ideally, I wanted it out of the kitchen today, but these things are sent to test us. Look at that sky. It's absolutely incredible. And this is the view from the kitchen. So when we're sat around at the table, you get this beautiful sunset. Eventually through the summer, as the sun travels round, the sun sets here by those trees, and it's just beautiful. But at the moment it's just gone behind that roof over there. That's the second coat done. That was hard work, but yeah, it's all done. So I'm going to leave it now because, oh, there's a little bit of fluff. I'm going to have to remove that before it dries in, but that's the second coat of the white paint on the ceiling. I'm painting the walls, so I wasn't being too clean around the edges, but yeah, I think it's time to call it a night. It is completely pitch black out there. Hey, so I'm just gonna go hit the sack. A little update. So this is the downstairs loo in all its glory. On my Instagram, we upcycled this area and put the tumble dryer in because there was no room for the tumble dryer in the kitchen. I mean, I know it's unorthodox to have a loo, but when I've been on Pinterest, there's lots of utility spaces in with a bathroom, and it's a great use of space. So if you find that you've got a really big downstairs cloakroom and you want to make a utility room, then this is a way to do it. So we've had to pop some new piping in. So a friend of ours who's a plumber, he came in and put this copper piping in, which I love, against this blue. These tiles were painted. We need to give them a fresh lick of paint, but I mean, I could do it now, but I've got so much going on with the kitchen. This is the waste pipe, I believe. So the waste water from the washing machine will go into this one. You have to have it up high and at an angle so that obviously the poops don't go rolling into this waste pipe. And yeah, it's took all day, but I'm really proud of, you know, as DIY novices, we've done it ourselves. So well, I'm saying me, I didn't do it myself. I didn't help at all, I was working. But I'm gonna eventually spray paint this black with radiator paint. I did that for the faucet over here, or the piping under the sink over here, and it's held up really well and it looks really cool. And I'm going to do the same again with this. I could do it now because I do have the spray paint, but like I said, I don't fancy doing two projects at once, so this will be something later on that we can do. But I just thought I'd show you where the wash machine is going. I'm going to be eventually retiling this, we did paint it. The paint didn't do very well because it wasn't tile paint. It's chipping, so we need to sand this back down. Again, that will be something we do later. We have a working washing machine. This is truly amazing. I'm just putting on a oh, excuse me. I'm just putting on a small wash just to make sure there's no leaks, and so far so good. We're back to the kitchen, and yes, as you can see, not much has changed. It's still pretty much the same, although we've got so much more space now here, now that the washing machine's gone. I've done another coat of paint on here with this crown paint, which is better than this Dulux paint. I wasn't a fan of this one here when we used it to paint the hallway, so I've watered it down to do the 2 white washes on the ceiling. And then I've just got this Crown Kitchen Easy Clean. It's I thought I'd go with a kitchen one because obviously with the grease, so it's meant to be it's meant to have a grease guard, so it's easy removal of stubborn grease, especially around the cooker area. Like, you do end up getting splashes up there, so hopefully this will be okay. But I've done 1 coat of that. It was quite thick and sticky. It's gone on okay. It's still a little bit tacky in places where I might need another coat, which is fine. But I'm noticing that you can see some of the marks from obviously where the Artex was. I'm hoping the second coat of that crown will disguise that a little bit more. Like areas like that there. I mean, who looks up all the time? I certainly don't. I'm hoping that the kitchen cabinets will look spectacular and no one will need to look up at the ceiling. So now that I've took the cabinet doors off, I've just re-sanded areas I couldn't get to and filled any holes that I need to with some wood filler. And now I'm going to paint. I don't know which way around to do it. I don't know whether to paint the walls first, clean down, and then the cabinetry. I've got the cabinet doors in the garage, so I could get a start on in between coats on those cabinet doors, and then that should quicken everything up. But I think now that we've got the plumbing done for the washing machine, it's pretty much a home stretch. And obviously with the next coat of paint on the ceiling, it is purely just the walls and the cabinetry to do. So I feel like now that the big things are done, I say the big things, we've got the flooring to do as well. Now that the big things are done, I can, I feel like we're moving full steam ahead now, she says. I've just finished sanding this wall down and it's a lot smoother. It looks bumpy in places, but it's not. It is actually smooth. It's just not coming up on camera. But yeah, I sanded it all down. There's no little bumps anymore. I might need to go over it a little bit here, so that's a little bit smoother there, but I'm happy considering I've just filled all this space with polyfiller. I'm happy with how it's turned out.